Hi, this is Tina. I want to take a minute to talk about the whole home buying process. If you are new to this or if you have experience with this, I just want to give you a quick recap of what to expect. So now that you decided to buy a house, typically your agent will help you set up a listing alert and sometimes notify you when they see listing that meet your criteria. At the same time, when you're contacting an agent, I hope you also contact and interview some mortgage broker. So this way, the mortgage broker will let you know how to get a loan or what you need to prepare to get your loan approved, or how much you can actually approved for. So you need to understand your budget, you need to set your own budget, and you need to be very comfortable with your budget and your monthly spending. So this way you're not overstretching yourself. And then once we have that budget that we're working with, we as agents will give you some suggestions on the area and where you can get the best value at this price in certain areas. And this is where we come in and provide our value. Once we set up the alert, once we set the criteria of your house and the budget on the house, we can start actively looking for a house. You need to let us know what time typically work for you. Some people only can look at houses after work. Someone prefer to only look at the houses during the weekend, some during the days. Just let us know and we'll work with your schedule. Our team can promise our clients to show you the house within one day. As a team leader, I need to know, besides myself, who else it will be a better fit for you and your schedule. So that's why I asked this question. So once we start actively looking, I want you to start doing the filter in your brain. What kind of condition that I truly like, what I don't like, and keep communicating with your agent. So this way we can filter out the houses that we know for sure you're not gonna like. And then we only focus on we only go look at the one that we know has the features that you want. So once we look at some houses, you like a house that you see, we put in an offer, but before we put in the offer, we always, as agent, wants to help you get some more information from the listing side. Sometimes we have to try some numbers with them, so this way we're not overpaying. Or sometimes we have to kind of just testing out and tease about certain price and certain condition so we can be ahead of other competitors. And we as agents, we also want to provide you with the comp of the neighborhood. So this way we understand that neighborhood, the median price, the days on market, stuff like that. We will provide you all the information you needed, including the disclosures, before we make that decision. And we're gonna talk about price, and we can give you some suggestions on the price and the term. Sometimes if a house is super competitive, you need to make your term and your price very good to be favorable. It really depends. Once we set on a house, we put in an offer and our offer get accepted. Typically, you have a couple of days, 3 days to put in your earnest money. That's typically how long we put on the contract. And then you have your due diligence period. It kind of ranges from 3 days to 7 days. Sometimes I see people waive due diligence, but I always recommend our clients to do an inspection. And then we can also use the inspection to renegotiate our term, or we can let them to fix it, or they can give us some credit. So once you pass due diligence, you need to work directly with your lender. Whatever they require, you need to submit it. They also sometimes will let you lock your rates and pay for appraisal deposit. As a buyer, if you use a loan, you also have two more contingency. One is the financing contingency, the other one is the appraisal contingency. As a buyer, you need to make sure your appraisal came back before your appraisal contingency expired. So this way, if the house price, the appraisal price came back lower, you still have a right to negotiate with the seller so you're not overpaying. So once you pass all of those due diligence, you're basically waiting for clear to close from the lender, and then the lender will work with the closing attorney and true up the number on the closing cost. And then you're gonna get a closing disclosure 3 days prior to your closing date. And then you're gonna know the money amount that you need to wire to the closing attorney. And this is when you need to do the wire, and we can also have a chance to do a final walkthrough to just making sure all the seller's personal belongings are gone. They did a sweep clean. That's what's required on the contract. And then once everything's done and clear, we go to closing. You need to bring 2 forms of ID with you to closing. You can sign your contract and you get your keys and you can move in. So this is typically what to expect on a normal closing. If you happen to be out of town, then there might be power of attorney or mobile notary involved. We can talk about that on an individual base. We'll talk about your strategy and your plan. So hope this helps. Keep watching. I'll talk to you when I see you. Bye.